Okay, that's what I'm saying. The natives will kill you. And this is the same with the United States, which is United Colonies. This is the colonies. These are colonies. It's not the United States, the United Colonies. And like when you have a president over the colonies. And they're going to do their job. The president has to manage this and make sure everything's running right.
That's right.
But if he can't do it, what's going to happen? They're going to let you go.
That's right.
They're going to tell you, get the hell out of here. You're not the president of Disney no more. You're not the president. He's going to fight it. Nah. They're going to say, hey, guess what? You better leave on your shield, bitch, or else. you better leave on your shield, bitch, or else we'll put you down. And they're like, okay, guess what? I'm going to resign. I'm going to take my $13 million get-out-of-town bonus, and I'm good. You ain't going to get no money like that again. You think the CEOs of Disney that got kicked out of here back in those years, are they making the same money they're making? No. You don't even hear about them. But that's one thing that...
But they get so high and mighty, like they can never topple. That's the thing.
Okay, well, one, you got to remember, that is true due to the fact of they signed that contract. And you know what that contract is. You know, you signed that blood sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, no, seriously.
And people think that's quackery. Like, you know, especially with...
Okay, people say it is, but it's not. And guess what? When you're on that kind of level, especially with Disney, you will never hit the ground. You may be shamed in front of the people when they show you on Channel 6, 9, and 12 and Fox, which Fox won't even promote it, but they're going to show you that, and you like, I'm Bob Jenkins, you know, the CEO of Disney, and they, you know, I'm just stepping down and blah, blah, blah. They don't even have you talking. They have someone telling what you're doing as you're standing there. And they have a voice, you're talking, but they don't show you, they don't have the sound of you talking. But what they have is actually someone talking from the news media. No, seriously, they don't say you, hey, my name is Ed Jenkins, and I'm standing down. They have the girl that's in the studio, Bob Jenkins from so-and-so distinctly said it, la, 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 and then they just see you moving your mouth, but they don't see you talking. And guess what? Boom, you're out, but guess what? You're paid in full. And you'll always be paid in full. You're going to take that little so-called disgrace, which isn't disgrace, but you're good to go for the rest of your life. I hope it, yeah, see, you know, just come on, man. This stuff, people got to get
and the way you explain it is so obvious, but it's like people make it complicated, I guess, because they want to keep their head pushed in the sand and ignore it.
Okay, and no, but this is one thing that we talked about on our first recording. It was fear. It's fear. I'm scared to see the truth. I'm scared that whatever was taught to me, and now that something real is coming up, you know, I'd rather just be stupid and forget it. Don't worry about it. I'm good to go. That's where the problems kick in. I don't want to know the truth. And there are people that are telling you, I'd rather not know and just die ignorant. Boom. That's what they want. I'm the one, and people don't realize knowing the truth is better than just being oblivious and going out in flames. You want to know the truth. You want to know you want to know what's going on. It's not diving into this poisonous world stupidity, and that's where people don't get it. You know, okay, it's good to acknowledge it, and that's why you have your forum to acknowledge the poison.
Yes.
But then also, you have to have people that have the pill to cure that poison. And that's where I stand. And there's probably other people that can really stand for that. I'm not talking about the people that are trying to play that role. And like I said, you were in the beginning, we don't need to talk about, okay, you can talk about it, but be able to unravel it. Oh, the Egyptian this, or the so-and-so of this. Be able to unravel that. Okay, that's nonsense. These are nonsense. I didn't say Egyptian stuff is nonsense.
Right.
But you better find out some of the stuff, and then you'll be like, okay, we don't know what was what. The bottom line is, okay, if you and your family, right? Your family, all your grandmamas, your stepmama, grandmamas, everybody down. You guys have your family pride, your secrets, all the other goodies that y'all kept. When you leave, are you going to have that on display? The answer is hell no. How many real Indian burial grounds will they tell you, you better not have your freaking dirty feet on that? You cannot cross the Indian burial grounds. You can't do none of that. And that goes for a lot of real cultures. Why is it that the Egyptians, so-called Egyptians, which aren't even Egyptians, are throwing all their crap out? Nefertiti, look at this. They got bodies on display because that means they are not you.
Right.
They're not you, and they know that's not you. They know that's not you. But you're putting somebody else, which is us, on display. You're stealing techniques. You're putting all that stuff on display, and you're getting wealthy on it. Okay, you got people diving down to Africa stealing diamonds. Okay, those are stones, average stones. You made those stones important. I'm laughing, and guess what? People are getting killed, murdered, and doomed, and being slave worked over glass.
Yeah,
damn near. That someone made important because they don't know the importance of nothing.
That's right.
And now you got European and dirty scumbuckets talking about, oh, I'm so Francais. No, come on, man. Dude, seriously, I promise you, this is where everybody would get sad. If I don't be in front of me, because I promise you, I would probably be on charges because I punch you in your face so hard, you get killed. You probably get killed. I promise you. You pieces of garbage are literally using people as mules to take something from which you don't even have a hand on, and you're turning it into something that people are dancing and begging for. Diamonds are nothing like that. Diamonds have a purpose, but it's not the purpose of putting it on someone's finger and have some girl squealing and acting stupid and the whole line. That's not realistic. So now you have another problem. And you got people getting killed. You know how many blacks are getting murdered over because you can't pull up the diamonds they want you to pull up? And if you do, they ice you anyway?
Dang.
You're not even getting paid. You're taking a stone out. It's just like us finding regular stones in the ground and saying that's important. Yay. How is that happening? It's like us taking dirt, which is important. Don't get me wrong on that one. And you're saying, hey, this is it. This is it. Okay, look how bottled water, like I told you in the last program, look how water became popular. Bottled water. Are you stupid? That started kicking up in the 80s.
Yeah. I remember.
Bottled water. Okay, you getting it from your sink. This is it. We bottle water. Y'all need to drink it. Not you guys, but y'all. Y'all need to drink it. And guess what happened? People started investing in that thinking it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's better than the sink. No, it's not. It's the same thing from the sink. And now you're spending money. You want to get a bottle of water. They're talking about some 2 for $4. 2 for $8 because people are like, hey, give it a rest. So now you got to try to put a little price on it. You're drinking junk out of your sink from a bottle. You guys, Dasani and all other ones, Aquafina is probably the only one that so-called has a different filtered taste.
Yeah.
But all the rest of that stuff, get pure, what is it? the pure something or whatever. You get it from Walgreens. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
That tastes just like sink water. Why am I paying you to get this? Zephyr Hills tastes like it came straight from your toilet bowl. Why am I paying you guys to get this?
Well, I tell you, I have one of those filters that go through the whole house, and what convinced me to get it was that the gentleman who sold it, the company, he's a representative, he came by and he took time because those things cost money. So he's like, we're going to take time. It's not like, are you going to buy it or not? So he brought different bottles, types of water, and I had some here already too, different brands and stuff, and he brought even more. So he ran the tap water and showed how bad that was through the test where you dip this thing in chemicals, it turns a certain color, and it can be, the more severe it is, the more it would turn into a certain color. So anyway, make a long story short, we poured the bottled water, and the bottled water was worse or the same as the tap water.
Okay, what do?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it with my own eyes, and there was a one brand there that wasn't as bad, but it still had some stuff in there. So after running stuff through a smaller filter, which is the same as a bigger one, everything came through clear. So that showed me so much, and I'm like, wait a second, bottled water is not all of that.
Right.
But that goes on, that's just one aspect. It's not just about the water, but it's just everything in society, everything they're putting in front of us, everything that we think may be good. Good has become bad, and bad has become good. What's the first thing that people will say when they think of Whole Foods, right? Market.
Oh, they think it's, oh my God, let's not do this. And
yeah. No, I just want to say this point in the perception. Yeah. Now, I don't think that stuff is any better. There are some things that are more accessible that they won't have it in public, so they won't have it in another store.
Of course not.
But the thing is to turn people away from healthier eating, and I'm not saying because they put it out there, because most of the stuff in there is bad for you, if you ask me, because I know. But the first thing out of people's mouth is that they say, I can't eat healthy. It costs too much. When I go to Whole Foods, I'm like, why do you refer to that? Because you can grow stuff, you can go to farmers markets, you can get stuff, and it's cheaper.
No, but you got to remember something. How many real farmers markets do you see right now?
You've got to go out of the city. This has become...
Okay, but who has them? Okay.
That's true. That's true. No, but see, it's about the effort. See, these people, everything is about the internet. Everything is about, let me order this.
That's what. You know that.
Yeah.
That because that's the agenda.
But see, no, look, I'm on the internet all the time, and I'm on it more than the people who are chained to it. But the bottom line is that this is what I do, so I have to be on it to edit and upload.
Okay,
but
you're in a different bracket.
Yes.
Okay, you have people on the internet, you have people seeking all kinds of junk. You're not seeking that.
Right. But see, check this out.
You're almost like Neo from The Matrix. You're looking for Morpheus. No, seriously, you're looking for the truth.
If I'm Neo, you're Morpheus.
For the right things. Yeah, it's the truth. You're looking for the right things to share with people. You want people to have the right things, and you want to be able to show people, hey, this, that, and the other. But guess what? There's people that don't, there aren't any farmers markets. Okay, the closest farmers market that they had was on Curry Ford.
Mm-hmm. I remember that one.
Okay, and guess what? That thing was so popular because they had fruit rotten on those stands. Rotting.
Yeah.
Rotting. It was Clemens. They was rotten. Those fruits, when they brought that fruit in, you better come and get it now. Grapes, oranges, bananas, honey, you name it, papaya, you name it. They had black, white, and Spanish dancing in it. Dancing in that place. Yeah, we got to get this. Sugarcane, you name it. That food was in there. And guess what? When they found out that was real, those people came in and bought that crap up. Go in there right now. You think you were at Publix. It's not even worth going in there. It's not even worth it. And that's the kind of stuff, when you have stuff that's real, they're going to shut that down. I told you on Colonial Drive and Mills, which is 1792, they have a Chinese store, and it says health food store. That guy was legitimately putting out healthy stuff. I told you, he wouldn't even, when you ring up stuff on the register, he put it in he had beads that he counted. Boop, 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 beads. Not a register. His stuff was so legitimate, my parents used to go there.
Wow.
Guess what they did? They shut that down. When I showed up again, they said the FDA came in and told them that's the end. And they wanted, you doggone right. Oh, my God, the phone got slapped out of my hand.
Wow.
The FDA came up and told them the end and told him what he needed to do, and he sold that store ASAP. And now you go in there now, it's commercial. We can go in there together. It's commercial. I guarantee when I step in, you're going to see the chick. She goes, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. And I'm thinking, no crap, because guess what? You guys are no longer the same store.
Right.
That dude, he hung up the reins. He said, I'm good. There was another place in East Orlando off of Colonial, which was Leaves and Roots. That woman had a full unit of everything you ever needed. Okay, I came in one time, and her store was getting divided. I said, what's going on? She said, the FDA came in and told me I can't, and she gave me a list of what you can have from physical therapy to spiritual. And guess where they cut out of that? It was a herb. It was a root called High John. Do you know what High John does?
What does it do? I don't know.
Okay, don't worry about getting the garbage. If you ever want to find High John, and you come and see me, and we'll find it for ourselves, what you cannot find right now. Right. High John will kick any black magic, bad luck, whatever you got. No, wow is an understatement. Oh, wow. I'm telling you, I'm not joking with you. And I can show you exactly what it looks like in the whole nine. But the bottom line is you cannot find it anymore because they shut that down also.
But there are ways of getting it.
There are ways of getting it, but you got to find out where to get it. Right. And right now I have not found out that way to get real High John. And I promise you, someone can show me, here it is right here. And I have to tell you, that's not it. I promise you that. High John will destroy all of that, what someone thought they were doing. Promise you. High John is as real as it gets. It's like if you see a tree, you know how you see trees, right? And they have like a skinny branch, and you cut it and you see how it is like layered. That's what High John. I can show you, but I'm telling you, High John is nothing to mess with, and neither is real white copal. White copal is legitimate, but you will never find white copal right now.
And I guess is it because the powers that be don't want these things around?
That's right. That's right. They're like, we have gold copal, or we have this and the other. And hey, guess what? That's not even. What do I need that for? Right. There's no reason to have that in your hand. But you would even say, okay, I'll buy it then. You don't even light it. You might as well go to Burger King and get a two for $3 and eat it. Yeah, there's no reason. And I promise you that. I'm not even saying that to be. I mean, we laugh and it's funny, but I promise you, you just threw your money out the window. Right. Real white copal will take it to the hole. Real High John. Get real High John. You spark up a chip of that, and I promise you, as you're standing there in your body, you're going to feel junk dipping. It's going to scat. Wow. And you're like, wow, I didn't even know that was around me. I just felt a jerk of something. Something just jerked. It scattered. that's why they showed up and shut that down. You know that lady passed to the spirit world because they shut her store down so bad?
Oh, wow.
Yep. And she was a nice and super cool chick. She was super cool. We've known her since 96.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, there's a spot on Colonial on 50 in the Asian area. Right. And there's a woman there that it's just that the circles that I've known, friends, they would say, "Oh, I gotta make a trip to the Chinese lady."
Right.
That's what they just say. That's slang, you know, because it's Asians, Koreans, and different types of Asians there. But she's a Chinese lady. She has a health food store. They don't call it health food, but she has a practice in the back. And you go there, you see all the vitamins and herbs and different things. It's not as commercialized, like just vitamins. You have some things there, but it's a lot of herbs. And I was brought there one time, right? And she gave me a checkup. And she had this little machine, a little box that she plugged in something to, and she put it on different parts of my body, and it was hooked up to her ears or something. I have to go back there again, and she was saying, Come
and get me.
Yeah.
We're gonna go together.
Because when you said that about the High John, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, who knows? She might have some there. Because
I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, I say never. I never say never.
Right.
I promise you, right as we speak. So far, you can't even order that online. That's proper.
I could imagine this, but she's not hiding anything. It's just that she has a little spot in the back, and the amount of older people who were in really great health, appearing to be, they were sitting there lined up, and so she prescribed to me a mixture of different herbs and different things to just tone and strengthen my internal organs. Not that they were weak, but they weren't working.
No. Yeah, I
synergistically on an optimal level. So she emphasized certain organs, like, here, your pancreas needs a really big boost, and this is okay, and so, and looking at your skin, so. And her English was broken. But she said, listen, when I give you this stuff, you're going to have to take it when you're home for a week. You're going to consume no sugar, but you can consume soups, complex carbohydrates, but clean up your diet. Which at the time I wasn't eating clean. I was eating the meat and everything like that and just all kind of stuff. Cleaned it up, she says, but all week, it's not like a laxative where you're going to run to the bathroom, but there will be times that you are going to run to the bathroom so hard, because my understanding now is that the more off you are in your system, in your body, the more of a reaction you'll get from taking things like this. So I took it. It was some of the nastiest, and I'm a trooper. Doing bodybuilding, you take all kind of things.
Be that powerhouse. People don't realize that. Oh man, don't take that. Let me get some sugar honey. Hey,
No. But I want it like that. I want it strong. I'm just saying, like on a human level, it's like really strong and repulsive to most people. But you want that because that's going to be repulsive to those impurities inside of you. Man, I took that stuff and I started sweating profusely immediately. I mean, I boiled it, but it wasn't because it was hot. It was because of I started sweating. I mean, really sweating. And I did go right to the restroom, but I was sweating. There was a puddle of water. I was like, what the heck is this stuff? But I knew it was good,
Yeah, no, see, okay, we're going to go together. One, you're a fit dude, and you're super strong, like I said before. I don't have to play that game on that.
Man.
So you really are. You're super strong, dude. That junk is almost scary.
But you know what, though? Again, I'm going to say it that I did the weightlifting thing, and like I said, I haven't touched weights in 32 years. It's not about the weight, I don't think.
Okay, it's not, because this is where that's why I try to instill with people when we did our last broadcast.
Right.
You are strong, period. Okay, I know people that lift weights, and after that is over, you're a dud.
Right. Right. Now, see, back
You're
in
not
those.
strong like that and all this. You are super strong.
And you know what? I'll accept that. I'll accept that. And it's not like an egotistical thing where I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I know. No, because
no, you should.
The minute you say you know, then that's the loss of some strength. But I've come to realize that, and I've come to realize in hindsight that things that I did, and this is not, it's beyond weights, but it's a mind thing. And that's what that taught me. As much strength as I needed, I would call down, I would call it down from wherever. I mean, like, for example, if I was on a hack squat machine and we threw on 3 plates on each side, right? And say we bang out 15 or 10 or 12, whatever have you, and it's that first leg day that we do. And reps don't count, but then we count reps, meaning that I would call out a number. I said to my buddy, Mike, I said, I want 50 out of this. And meanwhile, we were struggling to get 15. And by opening up your mind, it was something in me that opened up. I'm telling you, my training back in the day was very much a spiritual experience and the connectedness to something bigger.
This is where, that's why I try to tell people.
Yeah.
The last podcast, I'm telling you, this is where your power comes from that. You know, you could physically strong is dope, but when you start becoming in tune,
yes,
all of this meshes together, and you actually are what you're supposed to be. And, you know, people looking like, oh, snap. That's what I said about, you know, when people looking at Iron Mike and so-and-so on TV, and they're like, oh, my God, look at that. That dude's this, that, and other. And you don't realize the person that's standing beside you or that are flipping eggs or on that bus,
right,
that dude's higher than him.
Yes.
He's just not in front of that camera.
This is what bugs me out because I do not look anywhere near like I used to look, but people are asking me. I met a gentleman yesterday for the first time. He said, hey, man, and this is only because he can relate what he felt from me to weights. He said, man, I see you pumping them weights. And I'm like, this guy doesn't know. He didn't see that. It's not the size of the limbs because I do not look like that anymore. He felt my essence. And
I tell you, you look fit. You look fit, though.
Wow.
Like I told you, even when you're cutting down or you're walking through, you don't look like nobody in the whole vicinity. No one in the whole vicinity. You do not, and I'm not saying that because, you know, you're my friend.
Right. I understand.
But I promise you, you do not look like that. When you see, I told you, if the average, and I've seen it, which made me actually laugh.
Right.
I told you, people spread out when you're coming.
Wow.
And I've seen them. I mean, it's not even like they're doing something different, and next you know, you just see them just move out of the way. Oh, snap, here it comes. And then they look back, and you're coming through. And I start laughing. I'm like, there it is. And your look doesn't help. That's what makes me laugh. Because, you know, you be looking like straight, like, hey, look out.
No, but I've always been that way because I'm always deep in thought.
Right.
Yeah, I'm always deep in thought. You know,
and that cracks me, and I crack up, and I'm like, oh, snap, there he is. There's Lamp. But people notice you. You can see, I see eyes looking. This is where we come in because, like I told you, people, you know, you have people, they're doing their day-to-day. It's us like us that sees the whole spectrum.
That's right.
And when you're popping through, I literally see everything. And then I see the responses. I see everything. And I crack up. I said, look at them. I said, these people, you know what's coming. Even those people that have their back turned. All of a sudden, you see them just moving and scatting and looking back. Okay, why would that person do that?
That's true. That's almost like in the animal kingdom. When the lion comes through or some big bad animal comes through, they don't even try them. I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm just saying that.
No, I know. You don't have to tell me.
Because all day, I am intense. Not walking around flexed up. I'm talking about
I know. You're coming through. But the thing is with you, and I know this for a fact, you keep your head low.
I noticed that.
You keep your head low. You're not up, walking up, chest out, and looking crazy. You keep your head low. It's like you're 6'8". It's like you're 6'8" going to under a 5'10" or 11 beam.
Oh, I never heard it like that before. That's true.
Yeah, you keep your head low. You're coming through, but you have your head low, like here I'm coming through, and it's like very, very noticeable to everyone. When you see them other dudes getting off, and they're driving and doing whatever they're doing, you see none of that. You see none of it. None of it. None of it. Even to those little fake security dudes walking around there with their little fake Glocks.
The funny thing is too, and I'll say this publicly because I know that some of them listen to this stuff. When I get downtown and I wait for my bus, I like to remain elusive. And they've gone through different security companies. They also have cops there. But I've had it where these guys will stay on my tail. And that's not paranoia. I mean, they're supposed to be looking at people doing things, right? I go in the restroom, I come out, and I stay moving. I walk down to one side of the street, one side of the building, the other one, and here they come. It's like, it's obvious. There were some other drivers who noticed it also. Like, Lance, those guys are watching you.
I'm trying to tell you. You know why? Because, one, the bottom line is, and I can tell you this out of my mouth, you're out of place. You're out of place. You're way out of place. Even with the police department, they even look.
I get the mean mugging from them.
Because guess what? They're looking like, okay, I told you I have an answer for whenever you want to know it. I can tell you.
Please tell me.
The bottom line is because you want to be like that. This is something that you know you are not, and you're hiding behind a badge with that.
Right.
Okay, so it's like when you know something is far from where you are, you're not in our program, you're not on our team, but you're so elite to us.
Right.
They know it. But the only thing they have on you is just like some dude that's wooing a chick. Okay, he knows you can get that girl by you being you and having an average job. But since he has a executive job in the office and he's making $200,000 a year, he's thinking I could get her, and then turn around, you spin around and get her. He's looking like, how does that peasant get that chick?
And see, that's the thing too, because I speak to many people, and I don't come at women that way. But they respond. Yeah, they'll respond.
Okay, because guess what? That's called, the thing is where, and this is where, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, especially with black women too. Black women see real power.
Right.
This is why I said black women are stronger and have been stronger than black men, because black men fold anything. Spanish chick, freaking white chick, dancer jump behind a white chick or whoever. A black chick, 90 until now that you see the softening and the conditioning that they're working on the black women now, because we got to get y'all asses, we got to dilute and make sure you chicks are running behind us.
Right.
And all this other bull crap. Black chicks will tell you, I don't want no so-and-so. I love the brothers. Or I love a black. I heard that years after year after year. But when you start diluting and have these black dudes walking around here looking like punks, losers, garbage, you trying to still hang on to that trash, and then they're promoting themselves as trash, and you jumping up, smoking Black and Miles and looking like fools and acting like total fools, and you don't have nothing of nothing. It ain't nothing about, I ain't got no car, baby. You don't have nothing with you.
Right.
You don't have nothing with you, dude. You're garbage. Okay, how long can that chick hold on? This has been trillions of years. It's not no 1 day, 2 days, 5 years, or in the 90s. That's when brothers fell off. No.
Right.
Brothers have been falling the F off for a while.
A long time, yeah.
And those sisters have held on and fought, try to drag black dudes out of garbage all of the time, and brothers disappoint damn near every MFing time.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I mean, it's not even just like toward the women, but just when I look at them as men who are supposed to be warriors, the sentinels, the real officers in the community. You know, it's like a grafted thing. We have these white police officers patrolling the black community, but we don't have our own men walking strong and taking their position.
Black people, that's right. Well, okay, black people, like I told you before, black people look at me like, man, you act like you hate. I don't hate. I mean, black people need help, and I would love to help, and I'm here to help.
Big time.
All that garbage. I promise you this much. I'm not dipping my hand in the toilet to scoop you out. I'm not putting my hand in the toilet to scoop you out. Okay, I'm going to talk to you through the toilet bowl, and you're going to put your hands up, and you're going to start pulling yourself out. The last thing you want to do is get dirty and filthy with a fool. And it's not even a fool. Someone that just, okay, you get to a certain level. It's not someone that, like, you see they're on top. Oh, they're not on top. It's not about being on top. You see someone on a level, and they're seeking. They want to know, hey, man, you know, even little dude, like, I never had a dad before, and, you know.
Well, you can work with that, but somebody who doesn't want to.
But you can't work with that. You can work with it, but at the same time, because I've done it, but at the same time, it's like, yo, dude, come on, man. Be better. Be better.
Right.
Be better. You could do this, Sean, but guess what? I'm not going to just stoop down and get your legs from underneath you and try to pull you up, dude. You have to say, hey, this is me. Let me help. I want help. You know when you want help, and you know when you need help.
That's right.
Okay, so say if I need financial help and my legs are wobbling, someone says, hey, look, dude, you know, I've seen you here and you've been doing this and other. You know, I want to see if you want to come work for me. And they give you the whole spiel. You come check it out, and they say I can give you $700 a week, bro. You know, and I can develop you and blah blah blah. You're gonna say, hey, let me give it a shot. Boom. You ain't gonna be like, man, you got to drag me out of this habit. You got to drag me out of this habit. I'm not going to be able to do nothing. No, dude, you got to say, hey, there are decisions to be made. But this goes into where we talked about in the beginning. And I don't mean the beginning of now.
Right.
The beginning of the last time we talked. When you, and this is what I said about the technique I talked about, when you start getting any brush of that, the good will win over anything else you have on the other side. The good will beat that. You will be like, hey, man, God dang, man. Someone said this, or I had this come up, but, man, I want to hang with James and them and smoke weed.
Right.
The good will jump up and say, the hell with that, and you're going to go and do what you're supposed to do. No matter which way you cut it, you're going to do the right thing. But the tail of the tape is you have to get a taste of it.
Yeah.
Once your spirit feels that harmony again, there's no, oh, man, man, I know I need to go to work, but I want to be with Sharonda and getting that cat.
Right.
Okay, boom. You're going to be like, yo, dude, let me get to work, kick ass, and do the right things. And I'm going to tell you have the right words to tell her. And if she's not the person anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Right.
Okay, and that's where your decision's coming again. But like I told you, as much as everybody jumps up and down, and it's not a battle, there's a certain technique you need to use to divide whatever you got going on now from reality. Yeah. Reality will always win. The truth and the goodness will always beat that stupidity. Hey, man, I was smoking weed with Carlos and them, man, and damn. They asked me to come out tonight. You know, and they keep calling you, and you call them back. Hey, man, what you, man? Hey, guess what? You know the girl Peggy you wanted to be with? She here, boy. You better come and get it.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. But the good will ride in and say, hey, man, guess what? Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Or you say, okay, cool, and something's going to come up and it's going to be done. And then they're, yo, man, you didn't show up. And you're like, damn, I damn sure did it. I damn sure didn't show up. I didn't show up, and I didn't even know I didn't show up. I just didn't show up. That's the good side winning. That's the power of people and everybody needs.
That's right.
And the more
to cultivate that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's easy to develop. It's just when people say, okay, it's just like exercising. You're 20 pounds overweight. Hey, man, come on, you can lose that 20 pounds. Now it becomes a challenge and a task. Versus seriously, versus you being able to do it. Oh, yeah, you're right, man. Hey, we're going to get on the cycle. We're going to ride every morning, 15 minutes, baby, and you can go to work and go. Now, all of a sudden, that 15 minutes turns into a task.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you coming in tomorrow? You gonna wake up and get it? Man, God dang, man, I was at work for this amount of time, so, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up there. And your friend's like, yo, man, it's 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, I know, man, but God dang, I'm gonna call you in the morning. Just call me and see what's up. Boom.
True.
Now you're punking out on 15 minutes. 15 minutes of nothing that could get you to the point of better. But that's what happens when you throw something in people's face that they feel is a challenge or a task.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. When you throw something, hey, look, I can pick you up at this point, but make sure you're here, and then I can take you to work. Man, God dang, man, guess what happened? Man, dog, dude, I can't. Them 3 blocks you told me to walk, man, I was like, God dang. Hey, my cousin, though, told me that I could get a job at, Jane's place, so I'm probably going to check. And guess what? That's a dead lead, and you knew it wasn't real. You just didn't want to get those. You just didn't want to walk 3 behind blocks.
Mm.
Okay, that's the sad note of throwing something in front of somebody to where they have to move their legs. And when I say move their legs, I mean they move their legs as in stretching out to do something.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I ain't got a job, la, la, la. Okay, cool. Come downtown on Thursday. And, I know you don't have the skill set, but right now I can get you a job making $11, $13 an hour. You're just going to clean up and do this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Watch what happens. Man, guess what? My lady, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, because I dropped that phone. My lady, she took the car. And, I'm talking about, man, I can't get down there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, guess what, man? I gave my lady, I left my so-and-so in my cousin's car, and I ain't got money to get down there. So, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Anything to put anything in front of you, it's not you,
Right.
But you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you're going to come up with an excuse. People they're scared to hurdle nothing. Okay, the hurdle, you don't even have to jump. All you do is put one foot over the other, and then you're good.
But they want the result of surmounting the hurdle.
You will never get nothing without being able to do something. People, when you being successful, it takes hard work. That's not true. But you have to put something in motion.
Right. Okay, look, it's momentum, though. It's like a term that I heard a former Mr. Olympia, Frank Zane, say in one of his articles back in the 70s, because I'm big on nutrition and I'm not a scholar like that, but I learned hands-on. And he called it metabolic momentum, meaning that where other guys would mess up and get out of shape so bad, and then for the 2 months before a competition have to kill themselves, Frank Zane stayed within his weight range. He trained fairly hard, but not enough to cause an injury, and he stayed on a fairly clean diet. So he had the momentum that when he did kick it in, to a heavier phase of training 2 months before. His body was ready, and he was actually more advanced 8 weeks out from a show from the way he maintained himself, as opposed to some guys 3 and 2 weeks before a competition. So
it's like
it's a little bit every day.
Yeah.
It's like what I do here on this platform. What I do a little bit every day, and it adds up. 365 days a year, 365 things I've done. Right, if I think of it that way, like, oh my God, there's so many things. No, I meditate, think, see what comes to me. Sometimes I fall behind, I catch up. Sometimes I do a video. Sometimes I write. Sometimes I draw. Sometimes whatever.
I love it, man. That's right up my alley. I love that stuff. I love it. No, seriously, because those things are awakening me. I told you, even when I got down here to Florida, I never came outside. I used to just draw.
Yeah.
Do my thing.
Yeah.
You know, just drink tea.
Exactly.
Drink tea, draw, and write stories. That's what I did.
That's right.
That's what I did. Those things were releases to me, and I felt good, and I loved to draw. I'm not an expert drawer, but I can draw like comic books. I drew adventures where people used to lose their mind over that crap. And I should laugh. No, seriously, I should laugh. Because I'm thinking, that's what made me think, like, hey, man, I need to share more of me.
Right. That's what it is. That's what it's all about.
I need to share more of me because I'm telling you, people used to break their neck. Man, when's the next episode coming out? And I said, let me get upstairs and just start drawing right now. But, you know, It makes me, and I'm trying to tell you, we're gifted people. And there's gifted people also. We're everywhere, but you just don't get to use your abilities due to this stupidity.
Yeah. You're so right.
I'm seriously, man, because I promise you right now, even like 4 months ago, I just drew one of my little characters.
Yeah.
And I felt so good. I said, wow, man, I haven't done that in so long. Just for me to draw them,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. Because that used to be, I'm telling you, I could get down there, I'll boil me some tea, have me a nice tea, and go upstairs, start drawing comic books, and I would just draw episode after episode. Because that's the way I was able to express myself.
Right.
You know, people then, and they say, because all my stuff was outer space and all the other good stuff.
And because of your tremendous insight. Right.
I'm telling you, it was flying, you name it, and people were like, holy smoke, man, dog, yeah. And I used to laugh to myself, and I'm thinking, wow, man, these people were enjoying it. I mean, but it was like a bunch. It wasn't like 3 or 4 people. It was like 20 to 30 people in school were like, hey, man, just draw another one. When are you going to come out? I had literally, when I got home, I had to draw a full comic book and then do my homework.
Right. Wow.
Before I show up to school. Yep. I had to put a comic book together for the sequel and then pop up and do my homework. So that way everybody won't be acting crazy.
Wow.
Yep, and those things, even when I was in the 3rd grade, I used to write movies, stories for my mom, and she was an editor at the time at CBS, and she used to have a secretary type out the full stories, and it should be like a thick book of what I used to write. And I used to be like, holy smokes, I didn't even know it. I used to just write, where I didn't even know it would be that thick.
Yeah, because you're not looking back. You're zoned.
No, that's right. And all mine was about adventures of the battle, but everything had to do with battling on a spiritual level. Everything, all my stories had to do with battling on the spirit. That's why my mom used to even look at me, because I told her, I picked you. I should tell her all the stuff, and she's like, okay, evidently he's not joking.
Right.
Because that's what I was wearing. This is what I was doing. You can't make those things up. And it's not like I'm trying to say hooray for me, but I wasn't joking. I told her. You used to look at me when I was in the crib, and I should look at you, but I could not move. And I should think, how long is it going to take for me to be able to function. Because I should be really pissed. It didn't make me like, like you're like, ah!
Right.
No, but it used to be so unbearable. I'm like, I can't believe I cannot do anything. I know my abilities, but I can't do nothing right now.
Right. That's frustrating.
And I think, oh my God, it was beyond more than you can ever think. Especially when your eyes are open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're literally looking. And I'm thinking, come on, man. And, my mom, I remember even when I was able to walk, and we came back to the apartment, and it was just she and I.
Mm-hmm.
And she jumped on the bed and lay down and fell asleep. And she laid me down, and she had the radio playing.
Mm-hmm.
And all the music was playing. And I was thinking, holy smoke, man. I said, I'm not going to be able to do this because she just left, and I'm wide awake. And here we go again.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you. If my mom could come from the spirit world, she'd tell you the exact same thing. And I'm laying in the bed because it was all dark, because, when your little mom go to sleep, she just jumped into, because she laid out and she lay down and she put me beside her, but I was able to move by then. And I'm thinking, come on, no. And I was real close to her and she just fell asleep. Mm. But at that time, I didn't, like I told you, I did not know where they were going.
Yes.
They would just leave. And I'm thinking, okay, she just left. Yeah, no, seriously, because when they leave, activities kick up.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to reveal that one. I can't tell you that one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I can't. That's one I can't do. I can't do because I know she does. There's a divine one that does not want that to be spoken about.
Right. Okay.
But seriously, I guarantee you that one. But that's actually. I'm not going to say nothing.
Okay. No, but I got the direction. I pretty much, I don't know what it is, but I know kind of like I'm right there with you. It's like, you say 2, 4, 6, 8. I know 10's coming. I might be off in my infancy and say 11, but I know it's, no, that it's all good. It's all good.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm telling you, this is why I try to tell everybody, as much as everyone can yap and say whatever you want to. There's real divinity, and it's not the fake or the whatever.
Manufactured, engineered.
No, I'm telling you, the love and the true divinity that you would never. Wow, it's beyond what you can ever. You can never, ever probably ever describe it. You just have to feel it. And I feel that feeling now because I feel that divinity amongst me, and I just know she's there. It's just beyond belief. It's beyond belief. I promise you, you can never fake this. Never fake this. This is why no one can say, "Hey, whatever." I promise you, I know. You can never lie to me. You can never make me think that there's nothing of nothing or whatever. There's a real divine love that once you have anything of it, there's never a lie that can stop it. There's nothing. A story, a joke, a mystique, a theory, nothing. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing ever. Nothing ever. I promise that beyond anything of belief. Anything. You will never fake me. I don't care what goes down. I feel good because I know I win. I win. You can never make that and take me. You can't take me. I promise you can't take me. Yeah, I don't mean you in general.
Right.
I mean, the force or whatever. You can never take me. You can never fake or take me. Everything that everyone can write, fake, or do whatever you need to do. I guarantee you, I promise you, I know the real divinity has been presented. No mistake.
Wow.
No mistake whatsoever at any time, any place. I promise that. in anything. There's nothing could convince me of anything different. I don't care where we go, when we go, and how we go. Yeah, I promise you, I'm going to win that whole thing. I'm going to win. And I'm never going to hit that ground like you want it. And there's people that really dove to see me go. You can never touch me on any level with it. Give it your best shot. The only thing you're going to do is hurt you and everything that goes by. I promise you. I can't even make that up.
Right.
I promise you. I promise that.
And the conviction for which you speak it's awesome.
You don't realize what that. Oh my gosh! If you really knew, you would be overwhelmed. It's so overwhelming. It's just the best. There's nothing ever that you could ever touch. And you're like, holy smoke, there's not a no touch or no word, no nothing that can experience the true, real divinity. And there's no mistake in it ever. No mistake. I feel it like in me and over. It's just in and around me right now. I just feel it's more than you could ever imagine.
And I see it on you. I see it on you.
You can't even write this. You can't even write.
Right.
Okay, anybody that can say they can write down, you're making something up. You're making something up. You could take that from me for the rest of anything you could ever have in this entire world or beyond. You cannot write the ultimate. You cannot. It's almost. I can't describe it. I can't describe it. I'm being honest. You can't describe it. It's more than. This is where I try to tell you. I will definitely tell you, and I'll show you. But I promise you, you will never, ever. I promise you. There's no one. There's nothing. Nothing. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. There's a real divinity. There's a real divinity. And I promise you that. Anyone can be as fake as they want. I promise you, there's nothing of true divinity that is written in a book or nothing else. Divinity is divinity.
That's right.
And divinity is in you, and it's always been in you. Anyone that tries to fake that or play that game is false. Anyone that tries to ride on your emotions, that is not real. Anyone can ride an emotion. I can make someone cry, laugh, happy, sad, mad, angry, whatever you need. That's an emotion. That's an emotion. And that's what a lot of this stuff is based on, emotion. Learn your divinity. Learn your divinity. There's nothing in between. There's nothing in between. There's nothing in between. These people are taught people to think that something's going to crush, hurt, and bring you down, and you need to dive into fear and be that feeble loser. That's not real love. And real love and divinity does not represent a drop of that. I promise you. If you feel of so-and-so, that means there's an issue. There's an issue. There's an issue that's not real. I don't care what anyone says at any time, any place, anywhere. We can get anything. I don't care what continent, island, wherever you're from. I promise you, the representation will be real. I promise you that. Promise that. I promise that. That's not real. There's never fear of true and the real divinity. Yes, never, ever, ever. No matter how, I promise you. I can't. I want to be able to.
It's beyond words.
I want you to feel. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I want you to. If you could feel it, you'll be like, okay, I'm good to go. There's nothing that can convince you of that. And on top of it, you will see people so better. It's a sad. That's what make you sort of disappointed and your heart ache. Your heart ache because you know
right
where what's what, and you know what you're seeing and what's going on. It's not the feeling you want to have. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. It's super hurtful. You know, it's like you have a hospital and every patient is sick as all heck breaking loose. There's a hospital and everyone is just so sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the thing you want. You want to be able to have a hospital and at least you're helping healing. Right. This hospital is just filled with ailments and just sickness. It's not good. It's not good. And this is why I try to tell everybody, hey, start praying for everyone. Pray for everyone. Right. You don't have to pray for Aunt Sally, Molly, Karen, your step-grandmama. That's cool. Pray for everybody who needs help. Everyone needs help. And I ain't talking about those, but whatever, man. Just pray for the best for everyone who truly needs help. Send that out. Right. Don't be that people. Don't be those people. I pray for my wife and my husband and my kid. No, I'm being honest, man. You gotta pray for everyone. Send that vibe out. People need help. People need help. They need that awakening. They need that beacon. They need that aura. They need that truth. They don't need that falsehood. They don't need that fake example. They don't need that nonsense. They don't need none of that garbage that leads to garbage. No one needs that. No one. And I don't point fingers of any direction. I'm saying no one needs nonsense. Know you. Deal with you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of this stuff. This stuff is as real as it gets. Mm-hmm. It's as real as it gets. And self-realization is you-realization and true divine realization. It's a slogan. People make it as a slogan, but it's true, but it's not a task. It's not a task. Fear has been instilled in front of into almost
everything, to control.
I don't care what no one says. Everything has been built into fear. You fear from little to now. Fear.
Big time.
Fear. Fear it. Fear it. And that's not a real existence of anything. That's not real. It's time no, seriously. Yeah, that's one of the biggest jokes, if not one of them, besides some of the other stuff these people told. But fear is a paralyzer. Mm-hmm. Okay, when you're driving and a cop pull up behind you, you feel like something came over you. Right. You feel sick. It's almost damn like someone stuck you with something and you just feel sick, scared, and done. Oh, my God, this pig done pull me over.
Yeah, especially these days you can get killed for no reason.
Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a fact. When you see them lights hit, and if you're on the right level, you can feel the heat from it. Mm-hmm. Which was orchestrated. Those bad lights are orchestrated for you to feel that energy.
Exactly.
Of it. And guess what? Okay, matter of fact, man, this is what I say. If you're not recording now, we're going to do it again, but I'm telling you right now, what do you call the cops? What did people call the cops back in the day? The heat. Yeah. When you feel them lights, you can feel the heat drop on you. And that's that part of that magi, which is magic. Right. That's part of that magi and that magic. That's exactly what it's a part of. When you feel that pull up, it's the truth. I don't have to play that game. Anyone that had the cops pull up behind them out of the blue, you didn't see them coming, You feel like heat, and next you know, oh my God, you feel that venom sink in. You feel, oh, like your energy's down. You feel like someone dropped you with a serum. It felt like you got the flu.
Right.
And here
because now you're out of control now.
Yep. And these people are telling you whatever they want, saying whatever they want. It's part of that magi. Remember, when the cops came into being not to protect and serve. They came in to beat the heck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the black and white, which is that black and white magic, that's why cops were black and white. When cop cars first came out, it was black and white. Not no blue and white and all these little colors you see now. They were black and white, and it's about the black magic and the white magic, and they have the symbols to prove it. And their agenda was what they were organized for was to beat your skull in. That's what the cops came for. That's what they organized the cops for. Not to say, hey, you doing wrong and you raped that lady, or you done beat up that little kid, or you jumped on them. They were to enforce the law and bash your skull in. That's what the police were designed for. But like I told you, you can't take the natives. You keep playing with the natives, they're going to overthrow you and they're going to break you. So now you had to start bending your back and starting to comply with what the people, we here to protect and serve now. Okay, it didn't look like that during the 60s and 70s and the 50s and all that other crap. But then when people started striking back, now you had to start bending them fake rules again, and then it kept going and going to where you have it now. But then now, look at what's happening as usual. You're blasting people point blank on video. And now you got people looking around, talking about, no justice, no peace. No, because what they want you to do is show your behind so they could declare martial law.
Right.
No, trust me, that's what they want. Because, you know, when martial law kicks in, your rights are finished. You're finished. There's no, we're going to go back to the old days and do this, that, and the other. No. When martial law kicks in, you are done. You're done. There's nothing in between.
Finito.
Yep, there's nothing. You can start from scratch, and scratch will be literally your doom. There's nothing for you. Nothing. You will be, and this is why I tell people, don't let hindsight be your little foresight. Oh, yeah, hindsight's the best. Okay, keep playing and see what happens. You'll regret that every day of your life. You kill, and a lot of people just kill themselves because they can't put up with it.
Right.
Trust that one.
And a lot of them are doing it now.
Yep.
And it's not even here yet.
Yep. Okay. When Bush decided to do what he was going to do, you saw a lot of corporate people killing themselves. They decided, hey, hooray for me, and jumped off the building, or they said, hooray for me, and killed me and my wife and kids. Guess what? I'll never have this again. And Bush done stomped me because what? I didn't cooperate with him.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at Lancescurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lancescurv.